Hi guys, Poundland today. Picked this up for £1, Cyclone Flyer. I did do a video a long time ago actually flying these. I think I had one of my grandsons doing something with it, demonstrating it. But I bought it today thinking about doing a fan-driven car with it. Right, we need a bit of wire up through the middle so we can attach a rubber band to it. I'm just looking, it will unclip. Whether I need to unclip it or not. Right, so it's got a hole up the middle. So I need to poke a small hole through there. In fact, the fact it's got those two little holes either side, I can poke a bit of wire through and then bend it back through there to hold it in place. So we just need a small hole right in the middle. As close to the middle as possible. That's a bit offside. I'll probably do for our purposes though. So bent paper clip through there to put a hook on it, bend it into a hook. We need something to support it, a bit of tube, probably some beads like that to give us a bearing surface. Right, found myself a bit of dowel. Any stick would do the job. Don't know how long that is. I just think it's about 18 inches roughly, maybe a little bit less. Oh, got a ruler on the table. 12 inches to there. 15 inches. The longer it is, the more rubber bands you can get on it, but that'll do for our purposes. Got some paper clips. We need a little tube. So I'm going to pinch the tube out of here if I can get it out. Doesn't want to come out. Oh, that's no good. Come on. Well, I've never had one that's that hard to get out. Got it out eventually. I only want the end bit of the tube. I was hoping to save it, but that's now come loose on the end, so that's going to leak on somebody. Anyway, just want the end bit of the tube. So that'll probably leak now, so I'll be in trouble. Bit of tube. Need a bit of cardboard. I used this for a wheel the other day. That's not very sharp. Let's find a sharper one. Oh, in fact, scissors will probably do the job. Needs to be just a bit shorter. Yeah, that'll do. Move it over. Gonna glue that on top. In fact, could I put it inside? I could, but it might slip out. I'll wrap some cotton around it and put super glue on it to stop it sliding. And then we'll also glue it on there and wrap some cotton around it to hold it in place. You need that to be relatively stiff. And I think maybe that's probably just about long enough. Right, I will do that. I'll wrap some cotton around it, put super glue on it, that will strengthen it all up, and I'll show you when I've done. That's my theory. So we've got a bit of cardboard up the middle, wrapped around the dowel, then lots of cotton wrapped around it in all directions and then soaked in super glue. So that should be quite rigid when it's finished. Then we can bend up a paper clip to go through there. And then at the other end of here we also need to bend up another paper clip. So we've got a hook to hook the rubber band on. So same at the other end, just put a bent paper clip on there and wrapped some cotton around it and put some super glue on there. For this we need a hook. So straighten out a paper clip. It's going to go through. Which way do we want it to go? We do have the opportunity to make it a pusher rather than a puller if we want to. I think I'll go for a puller, have it at the front of the car. So that's going to have to go through there. We need a little bend on it to go through those holes. Something like that. That down through there. So that's going to hold it on the front. It's going to wobble around a bit. But I think it will work well enough for our purposes if it's in focus. Now we want to bend a hook. Okay, that's our hook. Now we need some rubber bands. So it's going to turn that way, so we wind it up that way. Just looking, that rubber band's going to break already. Those are some rough old rubber bands. I think we might need to at least double it up, twice as many bands, because that's not going to be strong enough. And we need to stick this on the top of here. I think I might just tape it in place for now. You could glue it, hot glue it, do the job. I'll see if I can get away with just taping it. Right, I've done a few test runs and the rubber bands aren't lasting very long. I'm just about to replace one of the strings. I've got 6 strings on there now. 6 strings of rubber bands. They are cheap Poundland ones and they don't last very long. Let's see how we get on. There we go, managed the full distance. I'll go and see if we can hit the camera. Right, we got there in the end. I had to keep adding extra rubber bands because they were breaking quickly. I think I've got about 6 strings of rubber bands on there at the moment, but we did finally get the distance. So, job done. Right, so it works. Final thing will be to convert it back to what it was before. This thing. Put that back on there. And then we can put that back in the car and use it. Let's see if we can put that on there properly. That's better. You've got to give it a little twist back so the teeth align. So back on there, wind it back so the teeth align. Hit the helicopter. Just a pigeon in the garden. very gentle. Yes. Well, that shot down a helicopter.